y'all doing out there? This is Weapons Tech Mac coming to you from deep in the heart of Texas. Today we're going to be doing a little overview on Duracoating pistols. Now these are 3 examples of various milsurp turn-in pistols that I've Duracoated over the past couple of years. From my first one, the Beretta 92S there on the right, to the last one, the M1951 Beretta up on the left. That was completed just a couple of weeks ago. Duracoat seems to work really good. I'm using the aerosol cans that I've gotten on Amazon for like 51 bucks. And haven't had any problems with it. This Beretta 92S has retained the Duracoat quite well. I'd say I've put probably 200 rounds through it since I Duracoated it, and we'll do a breakdown of it here in a bit and show you inside. Because I did most of it, although I did break it all the way down, and I did that with both of these as well. But I'd say they turned out quite well, and for just a couple of $100 for a milsurp turn-in, you've got a pistol that looks really good. Now the one I'll be focused on in this video will be this M1951. Now each one of these obviously has been checked. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine. They are empty. And I will go over the basic cleaning of it, breaking it down, and spraying it out with Duracoat. Now, is it 100% gonna not wear off? Well, no, not even the original coating, whether it's blue or Cerakote or whatever, is 100% stays there. You can see a few nicks from this one, holster wear and that, over the past 2 years. But I'd say it's retaining its Duracoat quite well. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go from this. I'm going to break this 92 down, and then I'll show you inside what it looks like. And then we'll go from there to Duracoating the M1951, that one up on the left. So now I'm picking this 92S because of the fact it's the one that's been Duracoated the longest and had the most usage. I did the whole thing, and you can see in there there's a little bit of wear, although I did mask off where the firing pin comes through and back here. But other than that, it seems to have worn pretty good for having, what, 300-400 rounds through it. Same with this, although all that interior I took out. But I think it's held up quite well. I think the key to a decent Duracoat is proper cleaning, preparation, and then giving it time to cure. Okay, so this is the before for the M1951. I think I got this from Classic Firearms. Just a milsurp. You can see it's pretty gunky, dirty. And this here is the final product, and we're going to show you how we got there. Alright, so here we're going to be doing the Duracoat on the M1951. I've got it torn down. Duracoat aerosol comes in a setup like that. You're going to take this cleaner degreaser and you're going to spray this whole thing down, clean it up. While you're scrubbing it, get your fingers in that stuff. Definitely want some kind of gloves. I'm holding this camera with one hand, so typically I'd be latched onto that thing. Some more of that. And definitely have it. I'm out in the garage, got doors open, fan running, plenty of air circulation. This stuff will get you if you don't. It's toluene, acetone, something like that. So I'm gonna scrub these things up. You don't need to see me do that. And we'll go from there. Okay, so now I've got my gun stripped down, build strip, totally stripped down to nothing, and the frame and the slide, and got my Duracoat here. It says to shake for 3 minutes, put it on a hard surface, take that little red plug there, put it in the bottom, mash it down. That will add the hardening agent to the paint. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Right up there, I've got the gun ready to go. Okay, so now I've shook it up for 3 minutes. Took the little red plug off. It says put it on a hard surface. You can hear it pop. And the hardener has been added. And shake again for 3 minutes. Okay, so this thing comes with 2 spray nozzles. One is up and down, one's vertical, one's horizontal. So I'm gonna start light spraying. All right, so now we just let her sit and dry. Look like they got covered pretty good. There's some magazines that I did with some dark gray. But from my experience, Duracoat holds pretty good. Not bad for fairly cheap covering. The cool thing about Duracoat is, okay, so I've used probably 2/3 of that can. Is I put in the fridge. This sucker will store for a while. Like these magazines right here, they were all beat up. And I had some Duracoat left over and it had been hanging out for a couple of weeks in the fridge. Shook it up and these things turned out real nice. So you got other stuff to hit with it, it'll do a good job. It'll stay on there pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not as resilient as maybe that other coating that they have, Cerakote, I believe it's called. But hey, for a little spray can for $59 and a little can of degreaser cleaner, I don't think you'd go worse than that. All right, so that pretty much details as to how you use the Duracoat. Here you can see the final product. Of course, you've seen that prior. A couple of things to remember when you're prepping your firearm or whatever it is you're going to Duracoat. I usually throw some brake cleaner over it and then wipe that down, dry it off. Then I'll throw alcohol over it, and then I'll use their degreaser, the Scotch-Brite pad, sand it if it needs it. Any rust needs to be gone. Then use their degreaser again in the Scotch-Brite pad and make sure it's all dry. And then just short, brief strokes as you're painting. Don't put it on too heavy. Don't put it on too thick. Just follow the directions, and it's pretty much, as they used to say in my old Navy days, sailor-proof if you follow the directions. I'm very happy with the outcome, and I'll be planning on doing another milsurp gun using Duracoat. So signing off from deep in the heart of Texas. Remember, God bless America and long live the Republic.
I came here looking for something I couldn't find anywhere else. Hey, I'm not trying to be nobody, I just want a chance to be myself. I've spent 1,000 miles of thunder